What's going on, guys? Well, we got the whole bike pulled apart, seemingly, to just put a throttle on here. This is a G2 quick throttle. We're going to be replacing the factory throttle to give it a little bit quicker throttle. Now, here's the thing. I've already, obviously, gone through the motions of pulling this bike apart, mainly so that I can get as much free play with this cable as I can. These Gixxers are notorious for having just the right length of cable for the factory throttle, but, well, with an aftermarket throttle, you're gonna need all the help you can get. But anyway, the idea is that this throttle is fairly long in its throw. Newer throttles, especially ride-by-wire throttles, are very short in their throw. This one, a bit more old school. We've got those secondary throttle plates. You hear the throttle blades opening and closing. Nothing's happening. Why is that? Well, those are electronically controlled throttle plates. Dual throttle bodies, old school style, typically have a little bit longer throw. We're going to try to take about 10% of that throw out and make it an easier bike to ride. I don't know if this is going to do you guys any good, but what's changed is the size of the cam that controls the actual cable itself. The factory is relatively small. This G2 quick throttle is about 10% larger, and it allows that throttle play, or that throttle throw rather, to be about 10% shorter. So that's what we're trying to do with this bike. Another thing this is going to cure is this side-to-side play. The GSXR 750 and 600 do have a significant amount of play in that throttle. And what we're going to do is we're going to use both of these Duralin bushings to take some of that play out. And I'll show you how that works once I get to that point. But it's going to solve a couple of things with this motorcycle. So let's dive in. All right, so the first step in this, aside from basically removing everything, by the way, this is optional. You don't have to do this, but I was already kind of in here anyway doing some other stuff. And again, I'm trying to get as much slack and as much leeway for that cable as I can. So if you get to a point where you feel like you can't finish up this job because the cable's too tight, you might have to take it to this point. But anyway, we're going to take our trusty Phillips head. Get this, if I can do this on camera, get your bar end off. Now the trick to this sometimes is, remember, this is a rubber, kind of a bulkhead stop style assembly. See how it just popped when it came out? That's rubber right here. So what you don't want to do with your bar end is to take this screw all the way out. Don't do that, because what will happen is that rubber stopper will just stay in there. So anyway, to get the whole thing out, that's how that works. Carrying on. All right, the next step on this, again, to get as much leeway as you can, is to pull this, this rubber covering back away from your adjuster area here. Come here, kid. All right, and you're going to turn this away from you to get this cable as close in as you possibly can. And I mean, get it in there tight, because every just millimeter of a millimeter is what you're looking for here. All right, guys, next, and this is pretty much impossible to show on camera, but you're going to take the two Phillips head screws out that holds this assembly together. You have one right here where my middle finger is, and then there's another one right up in there. So anyway, it's the only two that hold it together, so you can't miss it. Once you find it, you'll know what to do. And then last, but certainly not least, you're going to want to remove this screw that holds the cables firm to that assembly right there. All right, guys, ain't no holding back now. So this is going to be kind of hard to show on camera because everything is a bit kind of, I don't know, it's kind of in the way of everything else. But what we're going to do is we're going to hold, I'm going to hold this, and so you can see as I'm turning, you can see the cable right here is very loose. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove this part of the cable. This is the return cable. We're going to remove that. That's going to take some tension off of there so that we can then remove this cable, and then this whole assembly is going to come off. So kind of hard to do that on camera because you need like 2 sets of hands, it seems like, to do this anyway. But anyway, let me get rolling with this, and you'll see what it looks like when it comes apart. And there we go. Just a couple of seconds later, we've got the grip off of there. Now, getting this off is pretty easy. It's getting the other one on that's going to be a real treat. So anyway, let me see if I can get that knocked out, and I'll walk you through some of the process. Okay guys, now for an important step of this process, and it's one that's really easy to forget. Don't forget to put your bushings on. Now in this case, and I just know this particular motorcycle, I've done one of these before, it's gonna take both of the Duralin bushings to take up the amount of slack that you're gonna wanna take up. These are awesome little units. These are self-lubricating, and by the way, the inside of your aluminum tube has the same material as well. So very long lasting, nice and slick, makes for a very smooth throttle pull, but without these, you're still gonna get that slack. So just wanna make sure that you know to put these on first, because you don't wanna be like me and go through all of this and go through the, oh my God, this is never gonna fit, only to have it fit, then only to have to take the whole thing apart because you didn't put your bushings in. Believe me, I am saving you, I'm saving you breaking things over this, I promise. Okay guys, another important step in this, and I forgot to show this earlier, is always when you're putting your bushings in, make sure that you test fit everything. Make sure that, you know, manufacturing tolerances or whatever don't get in the way. And even though this motorcycle, I am very well aware takes 2, and it will take 2 in this case. This one is a little bit tighter than the other ones that I've done, but it's still gonna be just fine. Again, it's kind of hard to show because, well, hang on a second. All right, guys, now what I did is I just put this screw back in here so you can see, look how those bushings help to take out that free plate. Anyway, this is obviously, it doesn't have any cables on it. Not yet, we're getting to that eventually. But what I wanted to show is, number 1, the amount of free play that we were able to remove. Number 2, though, is to always make sure that you check that. It may not take 2, it may only be 1, or your personal preference could be that you just would prefer to have 1 in there. You like the feel of it better. So anyway, that's the step. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. All right, guys, so there's no really good sophisticated way for me to show you whatever kind of Houdini magic trick that it takes to get this cable onto the cam. But if you can see my finger, yeah, there's some sharp, and you just gotta, look, man, just you know it. Okay, so anyway, look, you can see the bushings on the back side of this. This is not seated yet, so it's a little bit bound up. So I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back together, but that is in essence how you install one of these things. It's a little bit of a bear, it's a little bit of a chore, but with a little bit of, I say practice because I've done this a few times, it'll actually end up kind of getting easy. But one of the main tricks is just to make sure that you've got this tube all the way over. You've got as much slack. You've got this, cables will fit down into that little holder right there. Get those out of there. Get as much slack. Get that, oh, right there, 3D, huh? Right, get that adjuster adjusted all the way in. Give you as much slack as you possibly can, and then pull this cable. As you're pulling it, you're gonna wanna twist it, sorta, and just pull up, just pretend like you're just trying to stretch it out, and it'll actually, the weird thing is, I kid you not, it'll just go, it'll be popped in, you won't even realize it. And that's the weird thing. So it's like some kind of magic takes place, but anyway, let me get this thing buttoned up. So there you go, guys. You have helped me to install a G2 quick throttle. Here's what that in play looks like. Very little, super, super smooth throttle action. Man, I can't tell you how much better it makes these motorcycles, the ones with the longer throttle throw, how much easier it is to ride these bikes. Applying power on corner entry is so much nicer having one of these throttles. If you're out with your boys hooning around, being able to more comfortably and more quickly get this bike to full throttle without, you know, turning your wrist all inside out to get there, it's definitely worth it. Again, it's about 10% quicker, but it's 100% better in my opinion. It should have really come like this. But one of the things, I didn't mention this when I was doing this. So once I had all of this apart, one of the keys to putting this thing back together and getting that cable is to get these back up into the lower housing and to tighten that lower screw to hold everything up there nice and tight to get as much free play as you can. So that's a big deal. Make sure that your bushings aren't binding in the back that you put in there, because they can get kind of, you know, moved around while you're doing this. And also don't forget that your housing itself, this fits into a little slot in the handlebar too. So don't forget, when you go to put this thing on, make sure you clock it correctly. If you're getting binding or if you're getting any gaps back over here, as you're putting this housing back on, you didn't get it into its slot down here. So there you go. All right, bonus tracks. Okay, so what you're gonna find after you install this throttle is that you don't have a whole lot of adjustment left in this thing. So just a slight amount of adjustment out on your adjuster, which is what we're doing. We're moving it that way. We're moving it away. In essence, making that cable a little bit longer, and very little is needed to get her where she needs to be. But man, that is smooth, feels nice, no in play, nice and quick. I like it. Now, just put your favorite grip on there. I go through the hassle of safety wiring all of my stuff, so I just personal preference. You can throw a grip on there with a little bit of stickum and you'll be just fine. And of course, don't forget your other side, unless you don't mind them being asymmetric. I mean, the motorcycle is not symmetrical anyway, so who cares? But yeah, no, thanks for the help, guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you made it this far into the video, consider smashing that like button and the subscribe. Helps me out a ton. All right, take care, guys. All right, guys. Okay, so getting into some double overtime. What I'm doing is I am, if it'll focus, doing the safety wire thing on these. I just prefer to do that. Anyway, just showing you guys how this is coming along. Got your safety wire pliers. What I'll do with this is once you've got this reasonably tight, hang on. If you've never seen these in action, you just pull back and the actual plier will turn. I've already got it fairly tight, so I don't want to have it break. Like, there we go. Okay, once we've got that on there sufficiently tight, what I'll do is I'll cut it about maybe 2 or 3 millimeters back, and then you tuck that pigtail, that sharp end, back up into your grip, and you're good to go. That's a little on the long side, but I think you get the idea. There we go. Just a couple of millimeters is all you need, and then we're going to tuck that into the rubber of the grip. And there you go. There's your little pigtail right there. Definitely not going to snag on anything. Nice and tight. And once we get done, I'll do 2 more. I'll do one section here, one section there. And then for the new grip on the other side, I'll do the same thing. And there you go. She'll be on there nice and snug. Okay, now it's a wrap. Hit that subscribe button.